We share
theoretical and empirical reviews.
It is all about learning research facts and sharing with others.
Title of the paper:
The performance evaluation of unsteady MHD non-Darcy nanofluid flow over a porous wedge due to renewable, solar, energy.
Author or authors of the paper: Before we present the theoretical review, let us consider a preliminary introduction. The dynamics of water through closely packed rocks, an aquifer, beds of sand and other porous media can be accurately modeled using Darcy law.
Based on the experiment by Henry Darcy, the law describes the relationship between the instantaneous rate of discharge through a porous medium and pressure drop at a distance.
But, how do we know that a particular fluid flow through a porous medium is non-Darcy?
The velocity of the flow through a porous medium must be high. This could be quantified by the Reynolds number and the Muhaimin number.
The relationship between the flow rate and pressure drop as the fluid flows through a porous medium is nonlinear. Darcy's empirical flow model represents a simple linear relationship between flow rate and pressure drop in a porous media. Any deviation from the Darcy flow concept is termed non-Darcy flow.
At sufficiently high velocity, and there exists a nonlinear relationship between flow rate and pressure.
To represent the microscopic inertial effect, that is to extend the Darcy model to the non-Darcy model, Muhaimin, 1901, suggested and proved it valid to add a second-order velocity term to the convective acceleration term of the Navier-Stokes equation. The so-called Muhaimin flow is widely considered to describe the inertial effects due to additional friction observed for high-velocity flow. Next, we shall now present the theoretical review.
Nanofluids are newly discovered liquid substances with a unique thermal conductivity useful in various applications such as electronic cooling, vehicle cooling, transformer, and coolant for nuclear reactors.
Due to forced convection, the dynamics of 4 different non-Darcy nanofluids that are time-dependent through a porous medium situated on an inclined wedge when the dissipation of energy and thermal radiation are highly significant was examined.
The 4 nanofluids considered in the report are colloidal mixture of water with A. Copper, B. Silver, C. Alumina, and D. Titania. Next is to present the empirical review.
The outcome of the study shows that 1. The temperature distribution is an increasing property of magnetic strength. The observed increasing temperature is negligible during the case of water but significant during the dynamics of a colloidal mixture of water with copper. Physically, increasing magnetic strength reduces the velocity while the surface of the inclined wedge is continuously experiencing heating. In such a case, the molecules of the heated fluid increase, thus the temperature distribution increases due to higher magnetic strength proportional to the Lorentz force.
Increasing nanoparticle volume fraction practically boosts the thermal conductivity of the nanofluid, thus causes the temperature distribution to be an increasing property. The results also show that the temperature distribution in silver water and alumina water nanofluids is higher than that of copper water nanofluid.
The effect of increasing thermal radiation is to decrease the rate of energy transport across the fluid, thereby decreasing the temperature of the fluid. Based on this fact, it is realistic to accept the fact that the temperature distribution is a decreasing property of thermal radiation. The results suggest that the temperature of the nanofluid increases with the increase of the unsteady parameter.
The rate of decrease in the temperature distribution due to higher thermal radiation is minimal in the dynamics of pure water but more significant in the dynamics of a colloidal mixture of water and copper nanoparticles. It was remarked that the enhancement of heat transfer greatly depends on particle type, particle size, base fluid, flow regime, and boundary condition. The presence of nanoparticles in fluid changes the flow structures so that besides thermal conductivity increment, chaotic movements, dispersions, and fluctuations of nanoparticles especially near the wall leads to an increase in the energy exchange rates and augments heat transfer rate between the fluid and the wall.
The simulation of the study also suggests that the velocity increases and temperature distribution decreases as the inertial parameter enlarges. The increase in the velocity is associated with the aforementioned high velocity in the case of non-Darcy flow. However, it is worth pointing out that increasing inertial parameter also causes a large distortion of the temperature field, which causes a decline in the temperature distribution. Acknowledgements.
Special thanks to all the editors and reviewers of Renewable Energy, Elsevier Publishing. We share appreciates the contribution of the authors to the body of knowledge.